All of the appellants are eager to have their matter dealt with so that the issue of their freedom can finally be determined. They're eager to return to society and to their families.
As attorney, are you hopeful that this case will be successful?
Very hopeful. We have put in a lot of work and a lot of time in preparing for the matter, and we are endeavoring to put our best foot forward in representing the men and vindicating them.
Dancehall artist Vybz Kartel court case start today, and we're going to report upon it because the entertainer been in lockup since September 29, 2011, and he was set to remain there until 2043, having been convicted of MURDR. The dancehall star Kartel, whose given name is Adidja Palmer, Sean Stanstam Campbell, and Kahira Jones and Andre St. John's, were convicted in March 2014 for Williams MURDR and sentenced to life in prison a month later. The Court of Appeal upheld their convictions in 2020. However, on March 14, 2024, United Kingdom-based Privy Council, Jamaica's final Court of Appeal, quashed the conviction on the ground of jury misconduct, sent the matter back to the Court of Appeal to determine whether entertainer Vybz Kartel and the 3 other men should be retried or set free. Meanwhile, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions is pushing for a retrial.
Yo, one know this here dancehall, Lincoln Terrage Records. One know the talk I turn in dancehall, Lincoln Terrage Records. Your entourage, the meat you know eat from man, your ruggedness.
Bless up, and welcome back to Entourage Records. You're new here, please consider subscribing. Turn on your post notification bell so whenever I make a new upload, you can be the first to be notified. After Vybz Kartel conviction was quashed, the Privy Council sent it back to the Court of Appeal so they could decide whether or not there will be a retrial. So the case kicked off today with a 3-judge panel where they will decide based on fresh evidence and different things that are in the interest of the court, are in the interest of justice, and a few other things, why this case should be tried or shouldn't be tried. So the case has gotten underway, and the judge has declared that school has started. And Justice Marva McDonald Bishop, she warned the media to observe rules in covering a hearing on whether entertainer Vybz Kartel and 3 other men should be retried for MURDER. The hearing started this morning in the Court of Appeal and is expected to last for 5 days. McDonald Bishop, along with Justices Paulette Williams and David Fraser, will decide the case. She said the court would not hesitate to take actions against persons who breach the rules in providing coverage of the hearing. The judges now take no talk. In other words, anybody, whether in or out of court, especially media personnel, will try to say anything will report other one from what's covered in the case, more likely will be in problem. On our reading of the grand case, I just learned that the court had such wide powers to initiate proceedings on its own to ensure that there's objective and accurate recording of the proceedings so that we do not inflame public opinion that can be prejudicial to the parties in this case, especially the appellants. The judge added, she said the court recognizes persons' right to freedom of expression, but while you report, you cannot comment in any way that would cast any aspersion on the integrity of the court and purity of the proceedings. Justice McDonald Bishop said, while we have allowed in this country and in the world at large social media in particular to run wild, it is the provider of the information who will be held liable for contempt of court. The issue of pretrial publicity is among the arguments to be raised by the defense, the judge noted. The court is currently confirming the documents filed in the matter where the substantive arguments start. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions is pushing for a retrial while the accused are arguing against it. Acting DPP Claudette Thompson is in court. Among the considerations of retrial are the availability of witnesses, any prejudice to the accused, the interest of justice, and what is in the public's interest. Reference to schooling came recently in a Supreme Court case in which a judge said she would school lawyers who applied for Kartel and 2 of the co-accused to be released. The lawyer Isaac Buchanan first used the term. The court rejected the application on May 30. So the preliminary hearings kick off, and Sean Stam Campbell lawyer filed one affidavit where mentioned say theme client won't get a fair trial due to the popularity of popular vlogger Sir P. In other words, they must say, the vlogger put out some negative news which is biased again the defendants. So with that now, and Sir P stigmatized the crowd, they would not get like a good jury panel because some of the panel members more likely would be Sir P's fans. Him say vloggers without no journalistic training have colored public perception of the matter. Sean Storm Campbell's sister in the affidavit also say Jamaica's jury system cannot empanel an impartial jury. His family says they also don't have the money to facilitate another trial in court in what's described as an unjust system. So acting DPP of prosecutions, Claudette Thompson, she said those are arguments and pleadings and should not be allowed in the affidavits. However, the court did not accept acting DPP's objections. Justice McDonald Bishop allowed the arguments to stand the affidavits as they are. The judges say they reserve the right to revisit any preliminary ruling on the DPP's objection. But here we are now, and we have to understand this now. Basically, what Claudette Thompson has said, she got a good point. That's why the judge did not rule really upon the objection. I said, make it stay for now. Because, as she said, if them not have no money to pay for the case and thing, that not have nothing to do with nothing. So if the affidavit have something to do with rule of law, fine. But as far as them not having any money, that have nothing to do with the justice system and the true merit of the case. Which you have a good point. And that's why the judge now ruled that out completely. Vybz Kartel family, them also filed an affidavit where they must say the entertainer can't stand on a retrial because of health arguments. And these arguments were filled in a freedom affidavit. And Kartel's attorney submitted an affidavit from the entertainer's son, Lico Vybz, saying Kartel is sick. So Lico Vybz are trying to make the case say for father incarceration has had a negative effect on the family. And I must say, Kartel's mother, Teresa Wilson Palmer, prays every night for her son. But Justice McDonald Bishop struck out the argument, saying the younger Palmer couldn't have been there every night to witness the prayers. She ruled the argument amounted to hearsay. So Justice McDonald also struck out the claim that Kartel's heart could not sustain a retrial. The presiding judge reasoned Adidja Jaheem Palmer isn't in a position to definitely speak to that claim. And he's right. Him can't speak for that claim there. And hearsay can't go allow, we know that from we are youth. And the lawyer them who represent Vybz Kartel, when Lico Adi or Lico Vybz, whatever I want to name, I present this, them already tell him already. But them say, we are going to do it anyway. We are going to try. In other words, they must see if the judge can be sympathetic. But them know already say, this would not pass. The judge not going to make this pass because this is mere hearsay. And Lico Vybz is not a doctor, so him cannot speak on Kartel's heart condition and whether him can or cannot sustain a retrial. So one of the co-accused lawyers, she was in court today and she gave us an update or a preliminary update of kind of what took place in court.
Today we primarily dealt with preliminary issues as it relates to fresh evidence and the admissibility of some of the affidavits. Tomorrow we begin the substantive hearing on the matter.
Some of the information in some of the affidavits were struck out. Are you satisfied that the information that has been struck out is not in any way putting the appeal, the matter in jeopardy?
Yes, we are satisfied. And if it is that while we're making the submissions, we should take issue with any of those, I'm certain that we will raise them at the appropriate time.
Were you in contact with Mr. Palmer before the hearing started this morning?
Today?
Yes.
No, we did not have an opportunity to visit the lockups today as court began at 9:30 and usual admittance to the correctional facilities will begin at 10 a.m.
What is general state of mind as this hearing begins?
Prior to today?
Yes.
Last we spoke, all of the appellants are eager to have their matter dealt with so that the issue of their freedom can finally be determined. They're eager to return to society and to their families. So we are endeavoring to ensure that that is attainable.
As attorney, are you hopeful that this case will be successful?
Very hopeful. We have put in a lot of work and a lot of time in preparing for the matter, and and we are endeavoring to put our best foot forward in representing the men and vindicating them.
So after this 5 days preliminary at the appellate court, this is where the 3-judge panel will decide whether Vybz Kartel and his co-accused will be retried or they will be set free. As we can see, the prosecutor will try to put in new evidence, because if they have new evidence, that's where they're more likely can go forward. If they don't, their case is going to be weak. Plus, they're supposed to have witnesses and all them things there. So this will be 5 days, and the best argument will win, plus any affidavit where each side put in and thing where the judges will or will not accept. Viewers and subscribers, let me know what you think about this. One thinks that the 3-judge panel will say no retrial. Another thinks that the 3-judge panel gonna say yes, the prosecutor have enough evidence and this is in the public interest to retry these 3 men. Please leave your thoughts and your comment in the comment section so we can talk about it. We've come to another video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, those who have done so as yet. Also, please turn on your post notification bells. Whenever I make a new upload, you can be the first to be notified. Peace out, bless up. I'll definitely catch you in the next one.